Hey, I don't know, Jay, we've got some breaking news. Jay, I don't know if you were reporting on this, but live on CNN right now, apparently Santa has been spotted near Japan.
Oh, wow. He's already, okay.
He's already, it's, Christmas Eve morning here, but, it takes him a while to, get through, all those chimneys and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
And so that's where Santa is. He's over Japan right now.
Well, hopefully he'll get here in good shape. All that sake over there. I don't know if is it cookies and milk there as well? Or
I think they leave out the sake and the sushi.
Yeah, well, maybe they leave out fortune cookies is what they... Is that racist? Did I just say something racist?
Well,
and that's a Chinese thing.
Oh, that was created in America.
True.
Whatever. You know what? The fun of this bit just evaporated thanks to you two. Good Lord, man!
Got to make sure no one says you're, being racist. We got to cover the base.
Well, right. Here's the were fortune cookies really in America?
They're an American invention.
Really? You ever have a fortune cookie come true?
Yes.
Did you really?
Yes.
What's that?
It was the person you're sitting across from will give you many years of happiness, and I happened to be at a Chinese buffet with my wife.
Oh, isn't that cute? How about you, Jay? You ever have a fortune cookie turn true?
No, I get those lottery numbers. Never helped me a damn bit, Yeah. I wouldn't be here. That big Powerball, they're drawing again tonight, $1.7 billion.
After taxes in Tennessee, your take-home's around $490 million.
Oh, darn.
Are you serious? You're not serious.
I'm dead serious. That's the payout.
No.
If you
take the payoff,
I thought I saw it was like $700 million. That's what I saw.
Yeah, so you're saying it's $1.7 billion, and Sam is saying that after taxes and a payoff, that's going to be $490 million. I don't think. Jay, is that right?
It sounds a little fishy to me.
That sounds a little fishy to me too. Anyway, and now Sam, of course, doesn't want to be wrong, so he's Googling it.
No, he's doing the grok thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Grok will do the math.
Well, the three of us work in radio, so if we had done the math when we started our careers,
so definitely a $781 million lump sum cash option. Yeah, that's before taxes. Yeah. It's before taxes.
Okay, whatever. You guys going to play? Yes, no?
Yeah.
Okay, you're a player? All right, very good.
Absolutely.
Jay, you going to play?
I did last Saturday, but I don't know. Probably not.
All right, you know what, guys? I'm just going to be honest with the two of you right now. I'm not feeling it, so I'm going to talk about the Epstein files. If that's what you want me to do on Christmas Eve morning is talking about the Epstein files, I guess I'm just going to have to do it.
Yeah, you're just going to be called a Richard head, but hey, you go right ahead, Dan.
It's okay. It's been happening a lot this morning, and I don't know why. I came into today's show, I was in a great mood, and then by the end of the 7:30 segment, I'm being called a Richard head by some of my favorite people, the listeners, on Christmas Eve morning.
Just to clarify, the estimated take-home lump sum after taxes would be $492 million, about 63% of the cash value. Thank you, I was right.
I will say this about Sam, Jay. One of my favorite personality quirks of Sam is his refusal to be wrong. Did your wife like that about you?
Absolutely not.
I was going to say. Anyway, moving right along. So, we did have another Epstein files drop. We've had, I think this is like 2 or 3 now, right, that have come down the pike. Lots of Bill Clinton photos. There was one, I guess, yesterday afternoon. Clinton in a hot tub with women. He's got a blonde sitting on his lap. He and Epstein, of course, together wearing those coordinated shirts. In the latest drop, you did have some photos of Donald Trump. They were totally innocent. I believe, and I said this on the overnight show too, there is more evidence, if you will, that Donald Trump is innocent in this whole thing than evidence that he did anything untoward with those young girls. You got flight logs showing Donald Trump was on Epstein's plane, but I think he's admitted that, hasn't he? So I don't know. To me, there's no big deal here. But the latest drop shows that there were apparently, count them, 10 co-conspirators that were identified back in 2019. So this was a big discussion on CNN, and so I want to play some of this for you. Alex Michelson is the host. Here's the thing about these co-conspirators. And I think Joan and I talked about this a while ago. So you have these girls that were, victims of Epstein. And so they would go out and they would recruit more girls into Epstein's lair. And so are those girls that recruited other girls, are they victims or are they co-conspirators? I mean, I think that's a perfectly legitimate question to ask. That's part of what they talked about on CNN. This is a guy by the name of, on CNN, Alex Michelson, and here's part of that conversation with a guy by the name of Jacob Transian, who is a legal analyst with Business Insider.
Jacob, there is going to be public pressure to name those possible co-conspirators. That a lot of people were surprised to hear about this concept of co-conspirators. The DOJ previously said there wasn't enough evidence to charge them. Will this force the DOJ to look at those cases again?
Yeah, so, as your audience knows, the only other person charged in this sex trafficking conspiracy was Ghislaine Maxwell, who was convicted and sentenced to 20 years in prison. We also know that there were some victims who are also recruiters for other women, and their status is a bit more confusing, right? Should they be considered victims? Should they be considered co-conspirators? Are they a bit of both? Can you really charge someone like that with a crime?
Right.
And I think one of the issues here is that email that we saw is heavily redacted. And, are they redacted because these are victims that are redacted, or is it just sort of part of the over-redaction that the DOJ is doing here? They're redacting things that really ought not to be redacted, and we just have no sense of what's going on with this email because we can't really trust the redaction process.
Well, all right, so I think I want to do a quick Daily Dan poll. We're going to call this an instantaneous Daily Dan poll. If one of these co-conspirators, in the spirit of this conversation that we just heard, if one of these co-conspirators is also a victim, should that person be named and charged? Because I think that's kind of a sticky wicket, because if it's a victim and they went out to recruit other girls, which would make them a co-conspirator, well, then do you charge that person who's a victim? I'm a little stuck on that. That's like a sticky wicket. So he does bring up a good point with the Epstein case. There is some interesting moral questions here, and some philosophical and some legal question here. And here's the other thing. If there wasn't, talking about just specifically these 10 co-conspirators, if there wasn't enough evidence to charge them, this is the other part of the question. If there wasn't enough evidence to charge these co-conspirators originally, then why would you name them now and destroy their lives? It's a tough one. Remember, I'm all for getting the information out there, but remember that innocent people could end up being destroyed if they are named. And what if they didn't do anything wrong? So how did you form the question, Sam?
So our previous poll was the fair to garnish wages and seize assets of student loan borrowers. Overwhelmingly 82%, yeah, go ahead and do that. Good. And in this poll, we're going to go, if a co-conspirator is also a victim, should they be named and charged? I gave 3 options: yes, no, but also yes with lesser charges.
Okay.
You might get a, Hunter Biden-like sweetheart deal if you were roped into it, because I think it has a lot to do with when they were pulled into the organized sex ring.
Yep. So we'll see what people say. All right, I've got more on this coming up at 8:15. And by the way, I was talking about fun stuff, and then Sam and Jay were not having any of it. And so I had to go down the stupid Epstein road. So thanks a lot, guys. Just go to YouTube, take the Daily Dan poll, and here in about 2 minutes, I'm going to ask for an update on what people said on YouTube. So Dave Ehrenberg, and again, this is a conversation that was had on CNN about these 10 co-conspirators that we all found out about here in the last 24 hours regarding the Epstein files. Dave Ehrenberg is the former state attorney for Palm Beach, Florida, And he was also asked about these co-conspirators.
Yeah, and Dave, why were the cases against these co-conspirators not pursued, both here and in Epstein's 2007 Florida case?
That's the big question, Alex. You know, the Department of Justice back earlier this year in July said that they did not have any evidence that could predicate an investigation against alleged co-conspirators. And that's why it came as a surprise to a lot of us when we saw that the DOJ for years have had evidence against co-conspirators. In fact, that email you mentioned 10 potential co-conspirators. They black out the names, but there are 3 individuals whose names are mentioned, and that's Leslie Wexner, Ghislaine Maxwell, and Jean-Luc Brunel, who died in a French prison of suicide. Ghislaine Maxwell was convicted. So I understand why those 2 names are mentioned. Why was Leslie Wexner's name left unredacted while other names were redacted? Why is Bill Clinton's picture all over the files while others who supposedly were involved with this are redacted? So there are so many questions. It seems political on one end. It seems sloppy on the other. We don't know. So hopefully we'll continue to get some answers.
All right, so there you go. And I'm reading the super text line, and people are trying to figure out, Jay, exactly what a Richard head is. There is no possible way that I can. What is another name? Don't do it, Sam.
Oh, goodness.
What?
What is another name for Richard, though?
Well, probably you could say the oldest and most famous Richard, who just turned 100, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking, Sam.
Dick Van Dyke.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes.
Right.
There you go. So if I'm called the Richard head, just think that Richard is another name for Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, or the comedian that overdosed recently, Andy.
It's his name, man. You go right on ahead.
Andy Dick.
See, this got really uncomfortable. See, now I've got to go back to Epstein. Man, is it 9 o'clock yet? Joan Jones is coming up after the news at 9, and I'm having to very gently explain to some of our listeners on the super text line exactly what a Richard head is. So you're welcome. You learned something this morning from Nashville's Morning News. All right, real quickly, and by the way, people have some great comments about the co-conspirators. 5143 says, what if they were blackmailed or coerced? AJ says, ages matter. It's absolutely right. And 3159 says there's a few Richards that are listening to the show this morning.
Well, to that question, though, there are some legal protections and defenses available for individuals who are victims of coercion, abuse, or trafficking, but end up participating in the criminal activities.
They could be
under duress or coercion defense, human trafficking victim protections, battered person syndrome.
Yeah. I've got that after 35 years in radio. Totally kidding.
That's
I'm totally kidding.
After 5 years of marriage.
No. You know, I could say that, but then I'd get battered at home.
Show me where she beat you, Dan.
820, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7, WTN 2683, Richard Noggin. Wankerhead says 48.99.
A British word.
Yes, you wanker. All right. Anyway, it is 8:21, Nashville's Morning News on Super Talk 99.7. So is Joan going to join us at 8:35? Do we know? I think she is.
She's been roaming.
Oh, she been roaming?
Yeah, she's been in this little room next to me, and I can see her shaking from here.
Oh, she's going to be fine.
I know it.
She's going to be fine. Jones, remember. Okay, listen, people, like from me to you, because I know the radio doesn't work in there because it is cumulus. If Joan asks for calls, call her. Joan is wonderful, and she's nervous because she's hosting, and she's going to be great. I've told her she's going to be fine, but if she asks for calls, just call her and be nice to her. Because Sam, I think you and I have both realized that of the three of us, Joan is clearly the favorite.
Yeah.
You're second, and I'm last. And that's fine.
She's the purest among us. like of heart and soul.
No, I get it. I get it. I'm trying to think about what I want to say to that, and I think probably I want to say nothing to that because it's clearly true. All right, I like it.
So eventually it gets to the chorus, and the chorus is it's Hard Candy Christmas.
Mm-hmm. You want to fast forward to the chorus real quick there, Sam?
I think you went too far.
You went too far, man.
You're always going too far.
Here we go. Dolly can do no wrong.
Clearly. Nope.
Did you hear her rock album?
No.
You didn't hear Dolly Parton's rock album where she did all of these?
Here we go. So the story behind this song is that it's going through hardship, not necessarily Christmas, but this is going through hardship, which is just like Hard Candy Christmas. Candy, like peppermint sticks, are hard, but they're sweet. And so going through these times, this is how she explained it, is difficult, but it's a sweet part of your life because you grow from it. So it's really not a Christmas song, but I was thinking that this is Dolly's Hard Candy Christmas. She's the first Christmas without her husband.
Yeah.
So this is her Hard Candy Christmas, and so I was thinking of her.
All right. Very good.
Did I just make everyone cry? Sam, you crying? Is that why you're silent? You too, Jay?
No, not at all.
Just taking in the moment.
No, that's what we're doing. We're taking in the moment.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw the Broadway show of that play. The play was better than the movie, but man, in country radio, we wore that out back in about 1983, 84 when it came out.
How old are you?
Yeah.
Old as dirt.
Yes, pretty much. I'm the oldest one among you. So, yeah.
Really? How old are you, Jay?
I turned 65 about a month ago.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
You don't look it.
See, you don't look 65.
No,
you
don't.
look like 70.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's that
man.
it's the radio, Dan. So you know your time's coming.
No.
You're going to look young someday, too?
I turned 58 day after tomorrow.
That's right.
Yeah, I knew you were a close to Christmas baby.
That's right. Me and Kennedy. Remember yesterday we had Kennedy in here?
Wow.
That was so much fun. Kennedy in here with Dad Chris.
She is just the best.
She is the best. You know, every time she's in here, by the way, she like zings me. Have you noticed? She's been in here, I can't tell you how many times now. Every time she manages to zing me, and I walk right into it.
Yeah.
And she's very cool.
She's going to be quite the zinger when she's a little older. Whoa.
I know. What are you saying? Are you saying she's going to be good looking?
No, I'm saying she's going to zing everybody when she's older. Like she's sharpening her teeth on you.
I want to see Kennedy. No, I want to see Chris when Kennedy starts trying to date.
Yeah, she's going to be sassy.
I feel like in that household, she'll be self-sufficient in that regard.
You think Chris will be on the front lawn cleaning his gun?
No,
that's a song reference. See, Jay gets the reference, don't you, Jay?
Yeah.
All it'll take is a couple daddy-daughter shoots at the Glock store.
Yeah.
There you go. How old were you, Sam, when you started shooting?
12.
Were you about 12?
Yeah.
Riker's 12. Amy and I were talking about it the other day.
I think it's time.
Riker's 12, and
I lucked out. We went to Trout Lodge, which used to be a YMCA like family camp in Missouri, one summer, and they had a bolt-action rifle course, and you kind of got walked through how to use a 22 bolt action and ins and outs and how to aim down the sights and downrange and everything. So I was fortunate in that regard, but it's like the appropriate age just to get introduced. Yeah.
Well, I started shooting at about 7 or 8 years old.
Did you really?
Yeah. South Texas.
It's like a rite of passage.
Yeah.
I was going to say.
We raised bird dogs, so, I mean, it was shotguns, but still.
In South Texas, people come out of the womb with a Glock. Instead of a pacifier, they give you a Glock. 4682 says, see, this is why I don't like to joke. 4682 says, Dan, I love you, but you're so rude today. I'm disappointed.
This is the most pleasant he's been all year.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Must not be a regular listener.
We are so, Joan, we are all so jovial around here. We have fun with each other.
Oh, yeah.
Like when I said that, Jay looks I was just kidding with Jay when I said.
Yeah, and I get that.
Yeah,
I mean, we're all having fun.
Do you people have, there I go with you people. Do you people have any idea how often I am the butt of the jokes on the air and off?
Yes.
Jane, you know how often that happens?
Yes.
Dan,
yes, Jane is quite aware.
Yeah, Dan, you're such a good sport. I mean,
I am a good sport.
I know, and none of us take ourselves all that seriously. So, listeners,
some of us do, but certainly not me.
Listeners shouldn't either.
That's exactly right. By the way, this guy says Larry says I started shooting at 6 with a BB gun.
Oh, well, we're talking BB guns.
Then with a 22 at 9.
Yeah.
So there you go.
22 is a good introductory caliber. Not a lot of kick. It's loud. It awakens the senses to what it would be like to handle something more lethal.
Yeah, so you have to start slow.
Yeah.
You start with a water gun, then a BB gun.
What about a Nerf gun? I've enjoyed
Nerf guns,
Nerf guns.
water
Oh my
guns.
gosh, we had Nerf when Riker was little, man. We all had the Nerf guns. There's one is after Christmas actually, and Amy had hers, I had mine, and Riker had his, and we were just the dog was like running for cover and peeing on the carpet.
My cousin had one of those automatic ones.
Yes.
He would just unload the whole clip into me.
When I worked at the Wall Street Journal radio network, you would go into a booth to actually do your report.
Yeah.
And you'd be in a booth and somebody in the newsroom would open the door, fire upon you while you're on the air, and the door would close and they'd walk away. And you couldn't make like anything ever happen to you at that moment.
Oh yeah.
Because you were, on the network. We had a lot of fun with those.
Yeah, you ever have it, Jay? You've been in radio a long time. You ever have somebody try and mess you up while you're on the air?
Oh, absolutely. If I could be a bit risque, we had a sales lady that liked to, let's say, lift up her shirt and press her, her upper half against the glass of the studio.
Her shoulders?
Yeah, yeah.
Her
A
nose?
little lower.
Little lower, okay.
Yeah,
When she was lifting, did she have anything underneath?
No.
Oh.
Does she give any verbal warning or declaration?
No. And the thing about it is,
That's assault, brother.
And she's passed away, but her name was Linda Biggers.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they were
At least her name wasn't Linda
yeah,
Smallers.
she was appropriately named. Yes.
Can I just ask though, like, what year was that? Because how does anybody get away with that in the workplace?
Oh, but yeah, absolutely. No, this was about 1982.
Sam, don't ever do that to me.
You don't want to see that. No.
You don't want to see his shoulders.
No. No.
He actually showed me a shoulder yesterday.
I did. I pulled down my sleeve.
I got a good look.
Oh, you sexy beast.
Do I even want to know?
Well, I was showing off.
Who was that? You sexy beast. Was that?
That was Jay.
Lord, Jay, that was good. I mean, disturbingly good.
Ooh, you like that, eh? Mm.
Well,
Less and less.
I was showing off a tattoo.
The tattoo?
A
Okay,
tattoo.
good. Which one? Because I know he's got some impressive tattoos.
Yeah, he does.
The one on my shoulder of a surfer wave.
The plane. Oh, not that tattoo.
No, that.
Okay, not that tattoo.
He's also got the Nashville skyline on his forearm, I guess it is, right? Or is it, is it his leg?
Yeah, it's my forearm.
Farm.
Yeah, his forearm. Okay, very good.
I don't understand people that get their legs tattooed. That's painful.
How about feet? My niece has a verse that goes from one foot across to the other.
Anything
And I
on
think that's
the feet or
painful.
hands is going to be way more, because you're striking the nerve more directly. You don't often think the needle's moving super, super fast, but it's poking you repeatedly, thousands of pokes.
Do you have any tattoos?
No.
Okay.
No, my daughter and I keep telling ourselves we're going to get a daddy-daughter tattoo. Have not yet done it.
My daughter and I always say we're going to get one too.
Yep.
Sounds like a New Year's resolution, Dan.
Well, I've been talking about it for so long, and I just haven't done it yet. I got bored with the conversation.
Have you picked something out? Do you have an idea?
We've spoken about a lot of things, like thumbprints made into a heart kind of a thing.
Oh,
that
that's cute.
kind of daddy-daughter stuff.
That'll hurt a lot, by the way.
My daughter is covered with tattoos, and she's actually has some on her torso, like on her ribs.
Oh, God.
And I tell her, it's like, my God, that's had to have been painful.
So when it hits the bone, you feel it throughout your whole body in that area. It just vibrates down the whole.
Do they offer the option to put you to sleep while they're doing this?
The only time I've seen that is when it's like a full back piece. It's going to take hours and hours and hours. Because one of the things that happened when I got my shoulder done is you kind of go through a bit of shock with the amount of pain you're in, and your body starts absorbing all the water you have, and you get a little dry mouth. A lot of people pass out, especially if it hits the bone for a hot minute.
I'd be the guy that passes out.
Yeah.
Where is the least painful place to get a tattoo?
It's going to vary person to person. I'd personally say the shoulder.
The shoulder?
Yeah, as long as as he was finishing the top, he definitely got me right up on the bone. But other than that, it was very tolerable.
You have no tattoos, Joan?
I do not have tattoos, no.
Oh.
No. My daughter and I were going to get...
There was a little judgmental in your tone. No, did you guys pick up on that?
You told me mine was cool.
I do. I think it is cool. For me, I don't see myself getting one, except my daughter and I want to get a heart that's in half so that we would have the other half of each other.
That's what me and my daughter want to do.
Yeah. We have necklaces.
Do you know what? Okay, so since we're doing this, I also have a couple of cards from both my parents who are now gone, and they both say some version of "I love you," whatever it is. And I saw a Starbucks barista, call me coffee, I know, who had on her forearm her grandmother's writing that said something or another, nice message, lifted from a card.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can actually do that where you can lift it from a greetings card. They can take a picture or somehow.
They stencil it.
And they can put it on the and believe it or not, my mother and my father had oddly enough, very distinctive handwriting because they come from a previous generation where people actually wrote
in cursive.
Yes, exactly. So I was also thinking about doing that.
That would be awesome.
So yeah, I probably maybe on a forearm or something. I don't know, but I do want to do it eventually. And my daughter's been bugging me, so Dad, when are we going to get the tattoos? Now, it's like over and over again.
Yeah.
It's like, shut up, I'm going to write you out of the will.
Big will.
Devolved into talking about guns and tattoos.
This day can't get, let's see, 7679 says tattoos are sins. I don't think tattoos are sinful, are they, Joan?
I mean, the Bible does say you shouldn't scar your body permanently with ink.
Oh, well, that's pretty specific.
But
there must be a loophole somewhere in the Bible.
I mean, we are going to be given new bodies. So,
At some point.
I'd like a new one right about now, to be honest with you.
But it also, there's studies coming out that actually tattoos are help you grow your immune response.
And there are those studies that say it introduces carcinogens into your lymph.
I was going to say, Sam, that
those are the
study
cheap places.
Was funded by the National Tattoo Foundation.
Oh, yes, because Big Tattoo is making billions of dollars a year. Only in Panama City Beach on the spring breakers.
Let's see here. What a crap show today, says Mike. Thank you, Mike. You know what? It's going to get better after 9 because Joan Jones is going to be on. And then Brian Wilson is on noon to 3. Somebody from Charleston, Massachusetts says, Dan, use area codes for text line messages. Show the widespread listening area. The audience you have, 617 is Boston, Massachusetts. I know. Texting in from the Boston, 617.
Like and subscribe on the YouTube channel.
That's exactly right.
You're welcome.
I don't think it's been a crap show today. Has it been a crap show today? I don't think it's been.
You've done some serious topics. You've had some fun. It's Christmas Eve, people. Leave Dan alone.
I know. I told you the story. You didn't hear my story on the air, but right before I went on Red Eye Radio last night, I had a big old Mondo hot fudge sundae because I felt like I needed the sugar rush. I was basically sick for the entire 3 hours of Red Eye.
What were you thinking?
He wasn't.
I wasn't.
You weren't.
I needed a sugar. I was so tired. I had Red Bull, coffee, and then a hot fudge sundae. I can't imagine why I got sick.
Red Bull and a hot fudge sundae.
Mm-hmm.
I would say they just don't.
They did not mix. I can personally attest to that. All right, Joan, what is coming up after the news at 9?
All right.
And remember, is it wrong that I'm telling people to give you sympathy calls?
No. No, okay. I would love sympathy calls. That would help me out a lot, actually.
Listen, so do you think if I notice that you're struggling for calls,
that I'm flailing, yes,
I'm going to call in.
Yeah, I like it.
Hi, Joan. I love your show. Anyway, what do you got?
So Kamala Harris is out today with she has a new podcast that she was featured on. She says if you don't like her cackle, it's because you are a sexist pig. That one, yes.
What about her cankles?
She doesn't have them yet, I don't think.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Also, I heard you talking about this earlier, but I just feel the need to go back and reference this one. Senator Rand Paul's Festivus list.
Yes.
Including the promotion of bugs for human consumption.
Yep.
That's going to happen. The effort to encourage TikTok therapy.
Yes.
And experiments on animals involving drugs and alcohol. I mean, it's just
now. Can you help me?
disgusting waste.
You heard me talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
Why did I get so much hate for talking about that?
You got hate for talking about it?
I did.
Oh, it got lambasted.
Yeah, people are saying for some reason because it's Christmas Eve morning, they didn't want to hear about ferrets being forced to drink before killing them. I don't know why that's touched a lot of nerves.
Well, I'll be touching a lot of nerves later as well.
That's okay.
Also, Tim Walz is an idiot, and we're so lucky that he was not our vice president.
Can you imagine?
I have so much about the city of Minneapolis and the state of Minnesota and the dumpster fire that it is. I did a little deep dive into it, and maybe it's too much for a Christmas Eve day, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Failing grades for Gavin Newsom from his own state auditor. Did you hear about that?
I do have a little bit of Gavin.
Okay. It is really bad. So and I'll leave it up here for you.
Thank you, yeah.
So, but just to give you a little hint, the state auditor has found such massive fraud and corruption in California that it pales in comparison to Minnesota. Of course, California is a lot bigger. So,
yeah.
But I mean, it's always Democrats, though. That's the thing.
And it's always Democrat-led states.
It's exactly right.
They not only allow it, but I feel like it's promoted.
Well, it certainly was in Minnesota.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim Walz completely looking the other way, just simply allowing the Somalians to rip off the state of Minnesota. And is it Minnesotans?
Minnesotans, yeah,
whatever
they always
are.
say that.
Whatever they are, there should be plenty mad at Tim Walz.
There is another state that it's like Tim Walz and his promotion of the Somalis in his state has opened up this, I love this word, has opened up a portal for everyone else to be bragging about the number of people within their city limits or state limits that are Somalis.
Yeah, Michelle Wu in Boston was talking about how proud they are to have such a rich Somali population in Boston.
Okay.
And in New Jersey, and I'll do this one later on too, in New Jersey, they're proud of their Palestinians.
Okay. Well, all that and a whole lot more. Jay, Merry Christmas. Sam, Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
and
you too, Dan.
Joan, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas to everyone. Am I done? Am I working on the 26th? I don't even know if I'm here on the 26th.
No, we're not.
We're not here on the 26th.
Yep.
I'm not going to be back on WTN until after the first of the year. I am on Red Eye Radio next week.
Okay.
So I guess I will be on WTN, just on the network. Anyway, so Merry Christmas to everybody.
Birthday to you.
Thank you. I'll sound a lot older when I'm 58. Maybe my voice will finally change.